Because why you should not be surprised is because the people in leadership are not elected by the people. People criminally find their ways to corridors of power. And they stay there and continue to perpetuate criminality.
Are you saying our election is a criminal enterprise?
It is, to an extent. Our election is so flawed. It's so flawed. I'm sure you listened to the former minister, what's his name? Chidoka. His analysis of Edo election. His analysis of Kogi election. What happened? INEC has not come out in any of this to deny that what this man is saying is not true. This is the position. So there is the complicity of INEC along leadership. So what we are doing is not election, it's selection. If you can be a partner with me in the crime, I say, you playing the game, come on board. That is where we are. And if we must change Nigeria, our electoral process must give the power back to the people.
Right. That's Simon Achuba. He was a deputy governor in Kogi State in Yahaya Bello's first tenure, but he was illegally removed by the State House of Assembly, which resulted to court cases. So when he said that Nigerian politicians are running a criminal enterprise, he's not just speaking as a political analyst, he's speaking as a politician, someone that has tasted power, someone that has been in the corridor of power. He understands and knows how politics is being played in this country, especially how elections are conducted. So when he said that power needs to return back to the people, he understands what he's saying. For Nigeria to move forward, we need to address how we play politics in this country. We need to change our political ideology. Nigeria is often regarded as the giant of Africa. Nigeria is a nation full of potential. It has vast natural and mineral resources, a rich cultural heritage, and young dynamic population. But look at Nigeria today. Despite all our resources, despite everything we were blessed with, despite all our strength, Nigeria is rapidly retrogressing. Nigeria progressed backwards. The bane of all this thing is because of the way we play politics in Nigeria. Our political system has been overtaken by corruption, and our electoral process is riddled with fraud. Instead of serving the people, many Nigerian politicians see public office as an opportunity for personal gain. This has created a cycle of bad leadership, leaving the country stuck in poverty and underdevelopment. The corridor of power in Nigeria has become a breeding ground for corruption. Many politicians enter politics not to serve the public but to enrich themselves. They see public office as a business venture where their goal is to amass so much wealth rather than improve the life of ordinary citizens. Public funds that are meant for schools, hospitals, roads, and other key infrastructures are stolen and mismanaged, while those in power live in luxury. Just a day ago, news filtered the airways that court has granted EFCC the privilege to confiscate 756 estates in Abuja belonging to a former public servant. The EFCC hits the name of the person whose property was confiscated, but investigation by Sahara reporters revealed that that person was the former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. Imagine a CBN governor owning 756 estates in Abuja. Imagine what other politicians cut across the country own. They are still grappling with the corrupt case of Yahaya Bello. This is 2024. Nigeria is yet to get it right with her leaders. A core aim of most politicians in this country is to go into power, to embezzle money, to enrich themselves. They don't care about the progress and growth of this country. There are several reasons why we are still grappling with corruption in Nigeria. There are several reasons why we still have corrupt politicians in this country. There are several reasons why politicians go into public offices and rather than serving the people, they brazenly loot the treasury. At the core of this systemic corruption is our broken electoral system. We have a fraudulent electoral system in this country, an electoral system that rewards criminals ahead of competent characters, an electoral system that gives electoral votes to the highest bidders. The electoral system in Nigeria, which should be the foundation of democracy, is the major problem we are facing in this country. Elections are supposed to give citizens a voice in choosing their leaders, but in Nigeria, this process is often compromised. Because of our broken electoral system, elections are no longer based on merit. Elections are no longer based on competence. Elections are no longer based on character. Elections are no longer based on antecedent. Elections are no longer based on who can do the job, but based on who has the highest war chest, but based on the highest bidders. Our elections are based on who has the largest money, not just the largest money, but the highest corrupt politician in this country. Our broken electoral system gives people the opportunity to become criminally minded. They become corrupt. They steal brazenly to get money because they know with their money they can attend any political office in this country. With their money, they can buy INEC, they can buy the judiciary, they can even buy the votes of the people. That is the reason why when they have an opportunity to be in public office, rather than serving the people, they focus on looting. They want to acquire more wealth because they believe that with their so much wealth, they can do whatever they want to do in this country, including acquiring political power. This same Godwin Emefiele that is being alleged to have owned the 756 estate in Abuja during the APC primary as a CBN governor, this man bought a presidential form of 100 million naira. Imagine the audacity. Political terrain in this country has become a conglomerate of criminally minded individuals. Association of politicians who are not driven by the love of this country, who are not driven by the selfless sacrifice they want to make for this country, but they are driven by their own selfish personal aggrandizement. They are driven by their common interest to have unhindered access to loot the nation's resources. The Nigerian political terrain is driven by monetary incentive rather than patriotism and nationalism to the country. This is the reason why election in this country is a do or die affair. Politicians go to any length and do whatever they want to do to win an election. They go as far as borrowing billions to execute their political campaign. Tell me how you expect this same politician to work for the services of the people. Tell me how you expect this same politician to work for the benefit of Nigerians. They will simply go there and loot the treasury dry. Another reason why we keep experiencing criminally minded people in the corridors of power is lack of accountability. Even when politicians are caught in engaging in corrupt practices, you hardly see them face real consequences. For instance, look at Yahaya Bello. For months, they've been talking about arresting him. When the EFCC suddenly arrested him, look at the way he casually walked into the courtroom. It's as if he was even the one that was taking the EFCC to court. The EFCC released a news that they've obtained an order to confiscate 756 estates in Abuja belonging to a politician. But they hid the identity of the person involved. Imagine someone that have stolen money to build 756 estates in Abuja and you're hiding the identity. But a Yahoo boy that is playing with his laptop, you will brazenly expose his identities online. This same EFCC went all out for Bobrisky, arrested him, sent him to court, take him to jail because he abused the naira. But someone that stole wealth that can cater for 5 states in this country, his identity is being hidden. This is how they enable these politicians to continue in their criminality. Politicians in this country, they use their influence to avoid prosecution. They even manipulate the judiciary. In 2024, Nigerian judges was adjudged to be the most corrupt people in Nigeria. They collected the most bribe. You know why? Because in 2023, it was an election period. 2023 to 2024 was court cases on election matters. What this means is that these judges took bribe from these politicians and gave favorable judgment to the highest bidders. The judiciary is the custodian of the law. The judiciary has the power to sentence any corrupt politician in Nigeria. But when you have a judicial system that is compromised, tell me how these politicians will be punished. Mention one politician that has been punished for corrupt practices in this country. Mention one politician that has been punished for embezzlement in this country. Mention one politician that has been punished for electoral offense in this country. Till date, Yakubu Mahmood, the INEC chairman that conducted the sham of an election in the 2023 presidential election, is still working freely. No one has arrested him, no one has even taken him to court. Even some of the politicians that were convicted and jailed, they eventually returned to politics as if nothing happened. This culture of rascality and impunity in our political system sends a dangerous message. It is setting a wrong precedent. It is telling the people that if you are powerful enough, you are above the law. That's the reason why most of these politicians are so desperate to acquire political power and wealth. Because they know that with their wealth and political power, they are exempted from all their criminal enterprise in this country. And you don't expect these same people to fix your country. You don't expect these same people to make laws that will benefit you. They will only make laws that will keep protecting them from their criminal enterprise. Therefore, the onus is on you to stop this ring of criminality going on in this country. We must learn to hold these people accountable. We must learn to call these people out when they are involved in criminality. You should stop protecting these people, stop singing their praises. They are digging your grave, they are destroying your future. Election malpractice are not carried out by robots in this country, they are carried by human beings. We Nigerians should learn to do things the right way. We should learn to abstain from anything that has to do with election malpractice. Ensure that only those that are competent, those that has character, those that has antecedents are given political office. When you give a criminal political power, he will steal from you legally. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.